What up, y'all? It's your man, Mr. Mars Sharp, Short Man Filmworks in the building. And this is Motivational Mondays, all right? The lesson for today, or the message for today, however you want to take it, is it's not what you don't have, but what you think you need that keeps you from being successful in life, all right? Let's say that again, because I don't want to forget what I just said, all right? It's not what you don't have, but what you think you need that keeps you from being successful in life, all right? We've heard the stories plenty of times before where you got people that thought they needed something in life. They thought they needed it, and then once they got it, they still wasn't happy. You know what I mean? We've heard them stories plenty of times before, from celebrities, even from people in our own personal life, where sometimes they like, okay, well, I don't have this, so since I don't have this, I'm not going to be successful until I get this. And then I'll be successful and I have a happy life. And then it turns out they get it. And then once they get it, they say, well, I thought I was going to be happy and I felt like I was going to be successful, but I figured out I was more happy before I got it. You know what I mean? So a lot of us go through that, a lot of us go through that. I've gone through that myself where I thought I had to have certain things in my life and then not even getting it, because a few things I've gotten, but there's some things that I didn't get. But I learned the lesson that, hey, listen, I got this and I'm still not as happy as I thought I would be. I thought I'd be, happy than the pig and shit when I got some of these things. And then I got it and I was like, I'm not as happy as I thought I was going to be. I thought it was going to be one way. I thought my mental aspect was going to change. I thought I was going to feel a certain way, and then I got it, and I was like, all right, man, I don't feel as good as I thought I was going to feel. Or I still feel kind of monotone. I felt the same way I felt when I didn't have it. So a lot of times we confuse the want of us wanting something with the fact that we are already happy with what we have. And the thing about it is, if you really think about it, it teaches you how to be grateful for what you do have instead of being ungrateful for the stuff that we have. A lot of times we got a perfectly working car. We got a job that helps us, pay our bills and do what it is that we got to do. Even though we got bigger goals. Now, I got to remember that. We always going to have bigger goals to go after what we want to go after. But we'll have something in our hands. And then we'll say, I need a better car, or I need a better job, or I need a better situation. I need a better living space. I need this, I need that. And then when we realize that, or when we get it, you still got the same mental issues. You still got the same mental problems. You know what I mean? You still got the same things going on in your head. So it's a mental thing that you got to change your mindset around, and overall, you got to be grateful. You have to be grateful for what you have, because you got to remember that car you got, somebody would love to have that car. Somebody would love to have that car, man. Somebody would love to be like, you know what? I'm walking right now. I got no way to get where I got to go. You complaining about the bucket that you got, but I would love to have that bucket just to be able to get in the car and just drive and be able to put gas in it and just go. You know what I mean? There's a lot of people that'll be grateful for what you are being ungrateful for, and the fact that you feel like I will have a more successful and a more happier life if I had this versus what I don't have. You got to change that mental mindset, man. And I think, and a lot of times you have to go through the fact that you think you need it to realize that, I really don't need this. I thought I did, but I really don't, because what I have is good enough. It's good enough. You know what I mean? A lot of times we go through that as human beings, that we always want the thing that looks better, the things that looks a little bit more shinier, the things that you feel like the grass is greener on the other side of the gate, and then you get over there and realize that it's just as problematic, or it's got its own issues, just like the issues I had back here. So you have to just be able to be grateful for what it is that you have. And I guess that's the point I'm trying to make with this whole video. I started out with the lesson to the message. I started out with a title already, but it all comes back to you being grateful. You know what I mean? And a lot of times, us not being grateful for what we have keeps us from being successful in life. Be grateful. And it's not about what you don't have and what you think you need to be successful. A lot of times We already have what we need to be successful. All we have to do is just put ourselves in the mental mindset that what I have is enough. Now, I'm not saying that it's not wrong for you to want more. You can always want more. We should always want more. We should always want better. And we should always want to live an abundant life and always want a higher plateau for ourselves. You know what I'm saying? But while we in the space that we're in, we need to be grateful and recognize and realize that, hey, I don't need this to have a happy and successful life. I'm happy and I'm successful as is. Because there's a lot of people right now that would love to be where you are, and they don't have what you have. A lot of people will look at you like, yo, man, you're successful. You're successful at what you're doing. I'm not where I want to be, but I'm looking at you as motivation. You never know who's looking at you as motivation. You never know. You never know, right? Just remember that. Keep that in mind, all right? So, with that being said, y'all have a good day. Y'all take care. And y'all have a prosperous week.